Today is March 1st. Pirates camp is going to get a little lighter now that WBC participants are leaving camp. But we had a full week of games to talk about. Big stories. You know what they are. I don't have to. You're listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast. Yes, guys. Thank you for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast, where we talk all about them Pittsburgh Pirates and that. My name is Josh. His name is Jake. What's up, Jake?
How we doing today, bud?
Doing all right. Got a little bit colder today, but we're doing good.
It was like in the 70s here today.
That's beautiful.
It was. It was really nice out. Friday was a great day for me. I'm going to get this out of the way.
Friday
Good vibes.
Is Hawaiian shirt day. So,
it was a little rainy.
If you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt.
I'm letting it play out, man. No, golf outing in the morning, and then I played softball all night. It was fantastic. It was a great day. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. Let's say hi to everybody out here. Martin, Doug, Miles, get air fryers, Brussels sprouts in the air fryer. I mean, first off, you knew this was, I'm just kidding. What are you eating Brussels sprouts for? I don't, that's where I'm kind of stuck. What are you eating Brussels sprouts for? When Pittsburgh OG getting some tee work. Is that golf OG, or are you hitting off the tee? Like, we getting ready for,
he's in the cage.
He's in the cage. What are we doing? We playing some softball? You still play baseball? Anyway. Giga, Martin, I said Martin. Cheryl's out there. Greg, how you doing? Always appreciate you guys. Polar Bear White. Polar Bear is what I felt like today. In the cold. All right. Dude. We're going to talk about Konnor Griffin. We have no choice.
Are we?
Yeah, we're going to have to. It's the everybody's talking about him, and we're literally a Pirates podcast.
Love it.
So we do have to do it, and I think that we both will be excited to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You have to be excited.
You have to be excited. All right. We're also going to talk about the depth that this team may or may not have. I think that's been kind of the biggest concern. Oh, love it. OG said men's league baseball, old man beer league. Dude, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's really cool. I love it. See, doing the tee work. We gotta get your work in, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, great choice.
I have a tee set up in my garage for softball.
Yeah. Wood bats, gotta love it. If you're in the market for some wood bats, we know where you can get some. Talk to us.
Yep.
We know where you can get some quality.
Make some good ones.
Quality wood bats.
Quality, full design. Get your name on it, all the things.
Yeah, we can't say the name because we don't have that sponsorship. You know what I mean? So we'll get you. We'll get you, though. We will tell you. All right, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some pitching stuff as well. Let's open up with a couple things here. WBC players taking off, heading to WBC camp. Was that barking again? Or was that?
Which is weird because my wife's not home.
It almost sounds like it's just like somebody slamming like a plastic dish on the ground.
Yeah, I have no idea what she's even barking at.
Anyway, do you need to go take care of that?
I might have to check and see what this is all about.
Go ahead. Mute before you do, and then I will. I'll run through this beginning. I love it. Anyway, listen, next we're going to the WBC. We're leaving Thursday, going down to Houston, going to the first round of that. Hopefully seeing Skeens pitch. We will see Scooble pitch. Jake's back now, so I'm waiting to hear from him. He's laughing.
It was the robot vac. It must have needed a charge before it could finish cleaning. She hates that thing, man. She tries to eat it every time it's running.
All right. So anyway, I was just saying we're going down to the WBC, meeting some guys down there, and I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, really looking forward to that.
Next Sunday, we will be going live from Houston. I believe right now we're scheduled to go. We're actually going to go live at like 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going down there with a group of guys in our fantasy baseball league. Group of guys with the 3-0 take. If you are familiar with that podcast and the stuff that they do, it's awesome. Been doing
good stuff.
Yep, been doing stuff with them, and so check that out. But
in the corner.
I'll be in the corner, looking up stats like I do. So, but anyway, next week we're doing our draft that night. So next week we're gonna go live around 7. Make sure that you have your notifications on the YouTube page just in case that changes and we're going on. So anyway, before we jump into our Konnor Griffin topic here, I also want to say we're working on some stuff in the background. I've had a couple questions about the daily shows and things like that I did last year. I don't know. Like we're just kind of looking at what that's going to look like. We're kind of making sure that we have our kind of schedule planned out and everything. I haven't decided if I'm going back to daily shows this year. It was challenging at times. I liked doing it, but it was challenging. And so like, we're just trying to make sure that we can put the best stuff out. And so we've talked about maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday type thing, or before we've done 2 shows like in previous years where we've just done them on Mondays and Thursdays. So I don't know what we're going to do yet. We're still talking through some of that stuff. But we're trying to figure out some new things for this year. Partly because I've been in the corner on the 3-0 take. It's another thing that I've picked up. And so that's, another piece of that as well. But we're trying to figure that out, and maybe even ways for you guys to help us figure that out. Maybe something cooking there too. Sunday live streams aren't going anywhere though. That's this year. This is our mainstay. We appreciate you guys. So, dude, again, get the sub on. So, let's talk Konnor Griffin, Jake, because
another little piece of history.
This guy.
Dude, I had the game on. I think it was the Red Sox when we were playing the Red Sox.
Yeah, Tuesday. I mean, that's the game right now.
No, it wasn't. It was the game he came in late, got hit by the pitch.
Oh, okay.
He's down at first base getting checked out or whatever, and Ashley's sitting on the couch. She's reading a book. She just happens to look up, and she's like, "Is that the kid that everyone's saying is 19 years old?" I said, "I mean, they're not just saying it. He is 19." She goes, "He's lying. He's not 19."
Yeah. We talked about last week,
She said,
Bryce
that's
Harper.
a full grown man.
Yeah, it's the same thing Bryce Harper said. We talked about that last week. That's a grown man right there. Listen, he broke the internet Tuesday with the 2 homers at JetBlue, Fenway South, whatever. The second home run was 111 miles per hour and 440 feet. Both of them over the monster. One bounced out. The other one just blew out of there. This is no longer like a Pirates fan's dream of Konnor Griffin making the opening day roster. This is expanded to the rest of the league wanting to see him. Yeah. The Red Sox announcer, as he crossed home after the second homer, said, "They're wondering if this guy's going to make the team. He should be hitting third." So
it's incredible, dude. And it's one of them things where I've looked across the league many times and I'm like, why can't one of these guys fall in our lap? Like, why can't we get Bobby Witt Jr.? Why couldn't we have drafted Juan Soto? Why couldn't we have drafted Bryce Harper or any of these guys?
Yeah.
I can't say that now.
Yeah.
We drafted one of the best pitchers.
Hopefully.
And yeah, I mean, he's still
because part of that is like, yeah. But part of that too is like, you got to start him there. If they wait, Like just one time, just get the 19-year-old up here. If you wait, April 24th, he turns 20 and it's no longer a thing. Get him up here at 19.
Yeah. And
do it. He's fine. I said this before. The head on his shoulders is not going to be a big deal if you have to send him down. Dude, they sent Mike Trout down. You think it mattered? He still won, 3, 4 MVPs, it feels like. Like, it didn't bother him.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's not going to matter here either if you have to do it. I don't think you're going to have to do it.
No.
I
don't either.
I don't think it's a thing. Greg says we get Tony Sanchez and Bobby Bradley instead. Yeah, I mean, listen, Jake, say what you will. I mean, both of us have said our true thoughts over the years of what this front office has been. And specifically, I'll call out Ben Cherington here. We've made our comments on a lot of this stuff. But Ben Cherington's forte coming in here was supposed to be development. I don't know. Are we seeing something there? Like, are we seeing a little bit of like, maybe it hasn't been all that bad? Like, we're seeing, obviously, pitching we've been talking about now for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But now, if you look across this, like, there's some development that's happening throughout this system. And you know, people, Konnor Griffin, like, I've seen the question a couple times, like, how did 8 teams pass up on this guy? Well, 8 teams passed up on him because the hit tool was a question mark. 8 teams passed up on him because there were people that had doubts that the holes in his swing were not going to translate. That's why 8 teams passed up on him. Not to mention the 2024 draft was ridiculous, and there's about 4 guys there who you might not, like, you think the A's are thinking, well, man, we shouldn't have drafted Nick Kurtz. No, they're fine with that pick. And really, the Reds are probably fine with Chase Burns, and the Cleveland's probably fine with Bazzana. Like, those guys feel good about their guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But the thing is like the Pirates told Konnor Griffin, these are the things I want you to work on. These are the things we're going to attack when you get to spring training in 2025, right? These are the things we want you to do that we're going to do. I want to say that we're going to do. They gave him the book. The difference is he showed up with it already fixed.
Yeah.
But it's not that they didn't tell him what to fix.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously he's doing a lot of this on his own too, and he's special and all that stuff. But like, there were things they wanted him to work on. Those things were fixed, probably then even more so, right? Mm-hmm. And the physicality was part of it, if I remember right. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I remember there was part of that that's like, this is the type of thing, you know, whatever it is. Anyway. And I'm not even saying that's Ben Cherington specifically, but like, this is what he's supposed to be putting into this thing. I know Doug says, hate to say it, but I can't give Cherington credit for anything. Dude, the pitching is 100% what he's put in place. If you're happy with the pitching, that it is what it is. I still think there's a ton of things that he does really bad. Yeah. And I don't think he should have lasted this long. I'm just asking the question. I'm not even saying that he deserves all the credit, and maybe he's great. I'm not saying maybe he's great. I just think this is a little bit of a question to say, like, is there some, I'm always looking for silver linings. I'm always looking for, guys can be totally terrible at their job, and yet there still could be one area where they've done well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if maybe there's some parts of this that I'm like, hey, you know, we're starting to see the fruits of a little bit of this. Esmeralda Valdez looks real good. You know what I mean? There's other guys who, as you're watching that, they're really good. But either way, to stick to Konnor Griffin here. Going into today's game, Jake, he was hitting 182. With everybody talking, he was hitting 182. He had 2 hits, those 2 home runs. In his 13 plate appearances, so in his 15, I'm just going to go for today's stats included because he also hit a home run today. 15 plate appearances so far this spring, Jake. He's hit the ball over 100 mile an hour 7 times. 3 homers, 4 outs. 5 of those have been over 105. And you had the one that was 111. And now after today's performance, he's hitting 214. The batting average is one thing. And we can talk about that. But this is also spring training. And so a lot of times we don't care about your batting average in spring training. We say this all the time. It's process over results. Now, when you get to the regular season, you want to look at results, but you also look at process. But you have to look at both because you have to actually get it done, right?
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say?
Such a small sample. They were talking about 15 plate appearances. Like, you know what I mean? It's just so small. Like, he goes, say, 3 for his next 6. All of a sudden, he's got his batting average is just fine.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Have a nice day, and your batting average is there. And we don't pay that close attention to batting average anyway. What's his on-base percentage? That's what we care about.
So you talk about small sample size. Sarah Lang's put this up. Konnor Griffin is the first teenager with 3 home runs in a single spring training in at least 20 years, and it's been 6 games.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. And you keep hitting the ball that hard, it's going to equal out.
Well, let's talk about that, Jake, because why do we care about exit velocity? And a lot of people, I had some comments. I said, hey, he was 0 for 2 today, but he hit 107, 100 miles an hour. This projects, I even clarified this projects well. And I had comments on there saying, oh, so now we care about outs, or exit velocity is useless and things like that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, you know what? This is probably worth it. It's worth it to talk about this. Why do we care about exit velocity? Why do we care about how hard you hit the ball? Let me tell you about batting averages, Jake. On balls, I looked over 3 years. 23, 24, 25. Over 3 years. Balls that were hit 100 plus, the batting average on those balls, league-wide, this is not process, this is results. This is data. This is statistics. This actually happened. Not expected batting average. This is the real batting average, Jake.
Yeah.
100 plus miles an hour. The batting average is 588. 588.
It's not bad.
Which also, by the way, if you don't like to fail, baseball's not for you because that's still barely over half.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to fail.
100%.
So, well, in this case, it's 42%. He failed. Anyway,
100%.
I know. I'm
fail
just kidding. I'm just kidding. 90 to 99, 282 average. 80 to 89, 201. I like this one. 70 to 79, 238. We got to get the dinks and dunks in there. It's going to go up a little bit. And then 69, unless it goes back down to 207. Now, 95 is considered a hard hit ball. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go to that 90 to 99 where it's 282, 95 to 99, what's considered a hard hit ball? 332. So like 95 plus, really. 95 plus, we're talking, you're about a 500 batting average.
Yeah.
Maybe upper 400s, depending on the volume here. And I don't think I looked at that. But I did look at it a little bit further because I hear all the time how it just doesn't matter. And I'm just sitting here like, literally statistical data that is proven that has actually happened tells me that it does matter.
Yeah.
It absolutely matters. And if we don't talk about this today, Jake, we're going to start having people telling us that Konnor Griffin's no different than O'Neal Cruz. He hits the ball hard, but he never gets on. Public enemy number 1, right? All he does is hit the ball hard and get out. Okay. O'Neal Cruz has a 479 batting average on hard hit balls. That's 95 plus. 479. And on 100 plus, it's a 528. So yeah, he's getting it done that way too. O'Neal Cruz's problem is consistency and strikeouts, not the fact that he hits the ball hard.
Right.
Let him hit the ball hard.
He's getting on.
Absolutely.
Getting on or just walking around the bases. You know, it's you're right. His biggest thing is consistency, putting the ball in play in general, putting the barrel on the ball, all those things. Cause I mean, he's a guy too. Ball hits the barrel on his bat.
Yeah.
The ball's jumping. It's different.
Yep.
It's just getting the barrel to the ball. And he looks like he's put in a ton of work this offseason too.
Oh, he certainly
coming in thicker. He's not a beanpole anymore. he's not going to look like a skinny punk when he's standing next to Aaron Judge anymore. I'm
a skinny punk.
I'm just like the hair. I don't know if it was the haircut made him look thicker or if he actually got thicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he looks differently focused this spring too. Sorry, sidebar. Let's get back to Konnor Griffin.
Yeah. Oh, Konnor G. Yeah. Like
Sorry,
Nikki
that just
G.
happened. Yeah.
Like a little Nikki G.
I didn't even mean for that to happen.
Yeah. Listen. He's getting the hype right now, and Baseball America, and I don't know. Here's the thing, man. These guys that have been around the game for a long time, and you hear them talking about it, whether they're evaluators or players or coaches or whatever, they've been around the game. They know.
Mm-hmm.
They know this game. They know baseball. They know what's going on. And they're excited about it, and they can look past the batting average of 15 plate appearances and see what's happening and see what this kid looks like moving forward. I just think if you're not seeing that, then maybe we need to start paying attention to what those people are saying.
Yeah, and you get
like you don't. I'm sorry, but like you don't know better than the guys that are in the game. We don't know. Like you can't sit here and say like, oh, I don't believe those guys. Well, those are literally.
The guys who've been there, done.
Who
that.
are you not listen? Who are you listening to then? You know what I mean?
You like to hear the guys like you're talking about that been around the game, and they say the things like, "It sounds different off the bat. It jumps differently off the bat."
Yeah,
those types of things that we watch on TV, and we kind of say that. But when you hear players saying that, who are hearing it on the field, it hits different. You know what I mean? That those words hit different when they're saying it.
Martin says here, I watched Andrew Jones as a teenager and the ball jumped off his bat like this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's guys like that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people will like Harold Reynolds brought up Ken Griffey Jr. for crying out loud. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. Some guys, when they hit it, it's different. And that's been a thing that people have talked about for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, you just get it. You just know.
I like his finish, too. He's got the two-hand finish. It's a powerful swing, but it's not a long swing. He's got a nice compact swing that just is powerful too. And it's fun to watch, man.
I think the power is what surprises me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Just from like not knowing a whole lot. I mean, that's the funny thing is he's come so fast that there's a lot of things that I'm just like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I didn't know that about him. Yeah. As especially watching last year, you were just like, oh, wait, look at these stolen base numbers. Like, well, I didn't know this is what we were getting into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. He's been playing defense fine too. I mean, he had that one throwing error.
Yeah. It was like he got 2 ground balls in a row, and then the third one he just threw low and it wasn't picked at first. And it's like, okay.
It was one of them.
He's
at
also,
first when I saw it, I'm like, come on, Horowitz, I want you to get that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, then they showed the replay. It was kind of one of those in between.
It was in between. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Miles even says like Konnor Griffin so far is not like what he's done is not really like, he's not just like a homer guy who gets out other times. Like this guy hits in situations and you know what I mean? We haven't seen a lot of that yet, but like we said, like it's been 15 plate appearances.
Right. I mean, he had 333 across all his minor league at bats last year.
Yeah.
It's not just power. Like he can hit.
Martin says if God was to create a great baseball player, he would be fast like Konnor and have power like Konnor. Martin's all in. I love it. And this is a big thing too. When Pittsburgh says, I don't see anyone on the roster blocking him from the open day shortstop. We're actually going to get into that a little bit here as we go. But before we do, let me just ask you, like, do you think, and I want to stay on this, right? Because I want to give it the time that it needs here. Do you think that we're gonna need to start seeing these things fall in order for him to get that opening day nod? Like, are we really gonna, if he does this all the way through and he ends spring with 6 home runs, 7 home runs, and a 240 average, let's say, is it gonna be like, he's not gonna make the team if he continues to make loud outs?
You gotta bring up the numbers that you always bring up. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but where they give him a score.
Well, his first home run was Ranger Suarez. So
yeah, no. I mean, by the end of the spring, though, that's what I want to see, that number, where that number is, and if it's a high number, yeah, absolutely. And he's already hitting off major league pitching.
Well, right. So that's my question, though, is if he's already facing major league pitching and it's going this way, he's only like, if he's
on
hitting
my opening day roster,
if he's hitting 240, and you say, I really need some of those to fall, even though his outs are loud and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. They will.
Do you need to see 280 or something?
No, not if the loud outs are still there.
Okay.
162 is a long season. 500 plate appearances is a long season.
Right.
It'll even out over 500. I'm not worried about your batting average. I'm worried about your contact rate.
Yep.
Your hard hit rate.
At bats.
You know, I mean,
are you chasing?
He's going to have
things like that.
He's going to have what? Like,
I don't know. I just 30, don't throw a number out there.
40, 50 at bats, maybe.
Maybe. Why go there? I don't know. I don't know if it's that many.
It's just not going to be enough to care about a batting average, because it has plenty more in a long season. It's got plenty more time to even out.
I just wonder if there has to be, you know what I mean? We looked at Jared Jones a couple of years ago and he gave up absolutely 0 runs.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the question is, if he gives up 2 or 3 runs there, they probably don't put him on the opening day roster. You know what I mean? Like it sometimes it's that close. You do need to see results. I just wonder how you feel about this one. I think I'm in the same place. I mean, if it keeps looking like this, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's not really fair. But like, I also don't care all that much about batting average. So there's that, you know what I mean? Like it kind of doesn't matter to me all that much. So
the thing is, if he keeps making hard contact, even if not all the balls fall in play, he's going to have enough of them fall out of play in fair territory that he's going to be doing damage when he's hitting the ball.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
Yeah. Are we not getting, we're not getting the spring training numbers for him. I thought I had that. I thought they posted that. Yeah, they still do here. Hold on. He still has a 267 on base too. So like that's what I was just gonna look. Is he getting on base? I mean, he got hit the once, but he hasn't drawn a walk yet. I mean, one of those home runs he hit, he swung at all 4 pitches and then hit a home run. You know what I mean? One of them was a chase foul ball. One of them was nasty. But
is that the one he had an 0-2 count on?
Yeah. It was the one that actually went the furthest. And then he basically fought off a really tough pitch, which was a chase, but like it was a really good pitch. The pitch before that was a really good sinker on the inside part, and he swung through it. But like he swung at every pitch of that at bat.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I mean, but it was a good sequence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the thing too. Like tough pitch out of the zone, and you chase it, and he's still got a piece of it. You know what I mean? He didn't swing.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying though. I'm just saying that he hasn't drawn a walk yet. He is swinging at a lot of pitches. He's, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
Right. I'm spinning off of what you're saying, not disagreeing. I'm just saying being able to, if he chases that ball, able to make contact that extends the at bat, it gives him another chance. It's not like a swing and miss. He chased out of the zone and looked silly. He looked fine on a good pitch that he chased. He's able to foul it off and live to see another pitch. That's a good quality.
Right. I'd like to see him walk a few times.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're attacking him, they're attacking him, but I'd like to see him walk a few times. But for me, I don't care. I'm putting him on there. How about an extension, Jake? You still offering the extension? Did any of these results make? I mean, obviously you put him on the opening day roster, so what's it make a difference?
Yeah, I'm in on an extension 100%.
2 questions. As part of that, do you wait until after he debuts? Obviously, if he debuts before the extension, then you still get the eligibility to get the draft pick if he wins Rookie of the Year. Okay,
100%. Yeah,
but if you sign him tomorrow, and then he debuts, as soon as you sign him tomorrow, that draft pick, that PPI stuff goes away. He's no longer eligible. Like Jackson Chourio, not eligible for that draft pick if he got Rookie of the Year or first or second or whatever it was.
really?
So yeah. So
I didn't know that.
the thing is like, do you wait and say like right before the homestand, we're gonna extend this dude?
Here's what I'm doing if I'm Sherrington. I'm gonna get a deal done, but he's not gonna I'll be like, listen, we're in. This is what we want to do. This is how much we believe in you. We're not gonna sign this deal until after you make your debut because we're gonna lock you up and we're gonna earn another draft pick because we think you're gonna win Rookie of the Year. We believe. I'm definitely gonna. It's a little bit of mind game, but it's business. It's all the same. But I'm all in on Konnor Griffin, but I'm also all in on the Pittsburgh Pirates. So I'm getting with Konnor, and Konnor, I think that dude is going to be like, I respect that. Let's do it. As long as numbers are right? I'm not just saying throw whatever at him and he's going to sign it. That's, put the right offer in place and then say, but hey, we're going to hold off on signing this because we think that you're going to win this award or at least finish in the top 2 in this award. And we can get another draft pick if we just wait.
Sure.
And I think he would respect that.
Sure. What's that number look like to you? We talked about this a little bit. Matter of fact, I can throw my number out there because I kind of told you, and I don't know if that changed your mind or anything, so I'll say mine. But I think 8 years, 150 is a reasonable number that I think he would have a hard time turning down, and I think it'd be a good deal for the Pirates. Jackson Chourio, the largest contract before a debut, Jackson Chourio, 8 years, $82 million. But also, like, age is the same. And I don't know if you look at Jackson Chourio's first 2 seasons, Jake, I think you'd be real happy with that if that's what he did. He's been real consistent. 21 homers each year, 29 doubles the first, 35 the second, 4 triples both years, 79 and 78 RBIs, 22 and 21 stolen bases. Griffin will probably likely have more than that if he has the rest of these numbers. 275, 270 with a 327 on base and a 308. Like, really consistent player in his first 2 years. And he was also 20 it was his age 20 season, which is what it'll be for Konnor Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot to like, if that's what it looks like. That was 8 years, $82 million. But if you look at Corbin Carroll, who was shortly after his debut, he was 8 years, 111. Roman Anthony, 8 years, 130. And so, like, you start to look at like some of those, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think 8 years, 150. You want to say, hey, this is the biggest.
Yeah.
We're offering you literally the biggest. I think if you option up to 10 years, putting some couple options in there, and they'd be club options, but they have to be like 35, 40 million. So now I'm sitting at max of 10 years, 220.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm trying to get a 10-year deal, period. He's still going to hit free agency for his age 30 season.
Right.
Which is, still fine. Still in that window. And I'm just in on offering him 10 years. I think I texted you earlier, 10 years, 150. That was before I had some of these numbers.
Right.
I didn't really look them up before that. I'm just going to offer him 10 years, 215.
Just go straight there. So
Just
it's
go
not
straight there.
It's not a whole lot different than what I'm saying.
But I'm going to spread it out more evenly, so I'm not paying him 35, 40 for the option years.
Sorry, I'm just okay. Our little
No,
counter,
you're good.
our little counter up in the chat just dropped to 0, and I thought we went off live.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh crap, 0!"
Everybody gave up on us.
Everybody gave up on us. Sorry, too much Konnor Griffin talk. I got a couple other things
There
saying
it
we
is.
still got people in here. All right, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a fun one, and then we will move on from Konnor Griffin. There's other stuff to talk about. It's not just him. Martin says, if and when he gets to Pittsburgh early in the year and plays most, if not all the year, what numbers do you expect him to put up? Now, Jake, if we answer this question, are we tapping into our like hot takes and predictions episode?
Probably, but we can.
We want to give a little bit of this. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
I mean, we can
you
give a
pick a
little bit.
number for stolen bases. I'll pick a number for home runs.
Okay. I'm going to say like 35 bags.
I like that.
35. Yeah, 35.
It's a little conservative, but like you
Mhm.
know, but at the same time, he's got to be on base to do that. I shouldn't
at on
have given myself home runs.
I'm glad you did.
Jake, I think that this dude can hit 25 home runs this year.
It's a
I
good
know
number.
it sounds big,
It does.
but from what I'm seeing, man, the predictions episode is
it's
going to be
real.
fun.
Yeah.
But we're probably, I don't know when we're going to do it. We usually try to do it right around opening day. We're going to really have to pick it out because I want to get an answer on whether this dude's going to make it. Greg says 24, so he's right there. He's right there. I love this. Yes, it is too early for the predictions show. We can't do that
100%.
yet. I still got, I'm not even close. Like I still have to learn some things before I go there. Doug says 25 is
This is
it.
a good question Polar Berry White has. If Konnor and Bubba are top 2 rookie of the year, do they get 2 picks? I don't know.
I don't think they do. I'm sure Ethan will let us know. I don't think they do. It caps at 1.
That's a great question, though.
It is a great question. It does. I'm pretty sure. I'm about 95% sure you only get 1 pick, even if that was the case. And a player only gets 1 pick. Like you're only eligible once. Because technically, if we put him on the opening day roster and he doesn't get in the rookie of the year, I think if he wins MVP his second year, it's the same thing. We get a draft pick for that too. Like it goes,
Oh, really?
It's the first 3 years. He does something in the first 3 years. And so like
But he's only eligible
extends,
for
but
one
he's
of
only
those.
eligible for one of those. Like if he does
Gotcha.
it this year with the rookie of the year thing, it's over. You're not going to get another
Gotcha.
one for him next year and so on. So Miles says no. I assume he's confirming that you don't get another pick for that. That's a good question, though. I mean, we're in a position where, you know. Well, I guess to be fair, though, Bubba wouldn't qualify anyway. He wasn't on the opening day roster last year, and he made his debut. So it'd be like Thomas Harrington.
Right.
If Thomas Harrington has a couple more years, that if he goes out and he was on the opening day roster. So if he goes and is like a runner-up in Cy Young or something, you could still earn something for Thomas Harrington. Jared Jones, which he might be run out of time. That's actually a good one to look into. But like they have to be on the opening day roster or this doesn't fly.
Yeah.
So Bubba wouldn't qualify for that anyway.
Hmm.
All right, so let's move on, Jake, because I think there's a couple more things that we want to talk about. One of them is pitching, but I want to maybe go into this one a little bit more because I think it's more important. Is it something that's really been surprising to me? OG says Bubba is still PPI eligible, but he was not on the opening day roster. So how is that? Well, I'll look that up. I'll find that out. I trust OG, so I will look that up. Let's talk about depth. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates. This team that we've been watching with this front office might possibly be deep. I remember when the Pirates made these types of offers OG, by the way, said he debuted late enough to retain it for 2026. Okay. So there you go. All right. So I remember when they made these roster moves and they started putting this team together. You and I were talking, and I said, okay, cool. Like we've got a nice team. It looks like they might be, doing something where you can put a lineup together, and if you got a couple guys at the bottom, but you got a solid, 7 guys, then you're going to feel pretty good about it, right?
Yeah.
So when you start thinking about that and you start looking at the rest of the roster, it was I think one of us said, somebody gets hurt though, and you might be in some trouble. And we were curious about pitching for that too, because we started to move pieces, and it was like, man, I just don't know. I don't know if this is the right thing. I want to start with, we just talked about Konnor Griffin. Let's start with like shortstop, infield options. Nick Gonzalez is better than I've seen him.
Yeah.
He told DK Pittsburgh Sports he's in the best place he's ever been in his career. And he looks like that. He's hitting the ball hard. He's driving it. He's in his at-bats. What's the numbers on Nick Gonzalez right now? 538 average, 571 on base. He's got a 1.186 OPS right now. I mean, I like what I see from Nick. I'm still not sure he can long-term hold down shortstop, which is the Konnor Griffin piece, right?
Right.
But let's say you and I are convinced Konnor Griffin belongs at shortstop on opening day. So I'm out of here. You know what I mean? As far as like, I'm talking about Nick Gonzalez. Like Nick Gonzalez is your first guy off the bench now in the infield.
Yeah.
Or, well, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe he's your third baseman. If he's hitting and he can play fine at third base, then Triolo's the first guy off the bench. Now, granted, before we, get too excited about that, Jared Triolo's hitting 286, 375. So it's been a little bit better. He had a two-run single today. I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm just naming batting averages for these short samples, but that's because we're not going to go deep into these guys. But I like what I see from Nick Gonzalez. It's better than what I've seen from Nick Gonzalez, and that makes me feel a little bit better on the next man up off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't watched, obviously they haven't broadcasted everything,
right?
But as much as I've been able to watch so far, it's a complete 180 from what we've seen the past couple years. We got 2 guys that are battling out for second base. Neither one of them seem like they want the job.
3-4 years it feels like that's been happening.
Like third base, or no, well, it hasn't been third base because
right.
Shortstop, we got a battle. Nobody seems to want the job. Nothing's happening. Now all of a sudden, which is something that we've talked about in the past, like you get good players there, it makes everyone else better because they have to do better in order to play, and everybody wants to play.
You're pushing now.
You are seeing that right now. You got Konnor Griffin pushing the envelope. You got Konnor Griffin pushing Nick Gonzalez to do better. You got Ryan O'Hearn in here. You got Brandon Lau in here. You got an improved swing from Brian Reynolds. You have these guys coming in, and they're the veterans. They're there to play ball. They're there to have results. And some of these guys that have been filtered, that have been like coasting almost, looking like they're going through the motions almost, they're now starting to play better because they have to, or they know they're done. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon Lau's got second base, but he's a 1-year deal. Nick Gonzalez knows that that's coming open. Sorry, I had like a blank. I saw that Ethan put back in the chat. No, only rookie of the year gets the draft pick. It's first and second. Thanks, Ethan. Again, it's the first and second place or whatever that gets the full year service time.
Oh,
If
okay.
if that, you know what I mean, regardless of the other thing. So, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't stop with Nick Gonzalez. And somebody else put this in here. Martin says York is another guy that has to be on the team as a bench player. He doesn't. I don't want to just flat out disagree with you. But what I've seen from Nick York is a lot of what I've seen when I've seen Nick York going well in the minors. That backside with it like hard on a line, like Nick York has looked really good. And this is a guy that's saying, I can play first base, I can play second base, I can play third base. And Nick York can pop out to a corner outfield spot if you need him to. So that versatility helps, but he's handling himself at the plate as well. Again, who cares about this stuff? But it's 267, 389 on base right now. And 400 slugging. So, like, again, those are just those numbers.
He hit a single to right field in one of the games, and they were just so busy talking about Konnor Griffin's home run or something. I mean, he just quietly singled it was like 107 off the bat to the right side.
Yeah,
like just
backside, like just smokes the ball backside. But he's looked really good, and he's been another guy that's been like, hey, I think this guy has the ability to be a major leaguer, but I don't know what that looks like. And so, you know, when you talk about second base, Jake Termarr Johnson has looked good. He's hitting over 556 right now in his short time. And he's looked really good, hitting the ball hard, driving it with authority. And so, like, now all of a sudden, these second basemen who don't have a job, who don't have an opportunity to get a job. Now, Termarr is not necessarily included in that. Like, we know I really don't like his chances of being on the team this year.
Yeah.
He hasn't played AAA yet, but he will. And now I'm starting to say, oh, let's keep that progression going because I like what I see. And there were things that he's been working on. The fact that he's also taking ground balls at third base, willing to expand his positional, you know what I'm saying? So, like, now all of a sudden you're saying, I don't care. Somebody's going to step up. Somebody's going to do something. And Nick Gonzalez, Nick York, Jared Triolo are three guys that win third base. Yeah. Go out there and win it. I don't know if Nick Gonzalez going to the WBC actually kind of hurts his case for that. I would like to believe it doesn't, but like, dude, you're leaving the team and they got their eyes on everybody else. They don't have their eyes on you now. If they start liking Nick York, he could pass you up.
They don't have their eyes on him in front of them, but they're going to be watching what he's doing. They aren't going to be untapped.
Sure, but I'm just saying, I don't know if it, you know what I'm saying? The guy that they do have their eyes on might look a little bit better or something. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
but what we're seeing is like, Jake, it might not be worst case scenario if there are some injuries or some guys not doing well, and all of a sudden Termarr Johnson gets a call.
Yeah,
like I would
like
be
it's
like,
not that big of a deal.
I'm interested. It's not like, oh geez, just put Alika up there because Termarr's not interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you say we have so little depth that we have to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That feels good to me. And then
I feel like,
and then we can go to the outfield and we can talk about Justinson Garcia and what he's looked like so far.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Like,
smooth outfield play, hitting the ball well. You like it, man. We're going to have tough decisions this year when it comes to who's going to AAA and who's making the team. They're going to be tough. And that's what you want. You want to have tough decisions.
Right. Dharma says, I'm putting Password on the roster.
I just don't see a way that he makes the roster on opening.
I don't either.
Your outfield's there's not really a competition for outfield spots right now. I think it's already set.
Brian Reynolds has to be out there. Ryan O'Hearn will be out there now after the Ozuna signing. O'Neal Cruz will be out there. Those guys are critical to this offseason working and this team being good. Those guys are critical.
Yeah.
It might not be the best defensive outfield, but that's why you got brought in Jake Mangum, who is a guy who's like the perfect fourth outfielder. He's going to be able to come in. He's going to do this. He's going to do that and sprinkle it in. right? Late game defense, get a spot start, and you could put the guy at leadoff. Like that's what he looks like right now.
I didn't realize he had an absolute cannon.
Dude, yeah, like the
He's
defense.
already got 2 outfield assists this year.
The defense is really good, and Garcia looks really good too. I just don't think at Garcia being as young as he is, and I think more promising, I think that you can't put him on the bench, especially as a 5th outfielder, because we saw that with Canario last year. Like, you don't get to play.
Right.
You just don't get to play at all.
Yeah.
So if you're bringing in a 5th outfielder that's not like Nick York, that's not just a bench bat on the infield also, if you're bringing in a 5th outfielder, it should be Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, because he won't play very much.
Right.
You'll get pinch hits in big moments against lefties. You'll get, for someone like Password, it would be defense late in games, but Kutch wouldn't fulfill that. But double switch type stuff, spot starts for matchups, things like that. But you're not going to play that much. And I can't do that. I don't want to push. Greg says Password has to play every day. He has to play. Like, that's how you get better. I don't care if you're facing AAA or major leagues, but you have to play. And that's like one of those things that's been something that teams have done for a long time. Here's my scenario. I'm just going to use Brian Reynolds just because right now I think he's the left fielder. And that's what it's been, right? Brian Reynolds gets hurt, right? He has, I don't know, what's like the easiest thing you can have? He's got I don't want to do that. Hammies can stay with you. Who cares,
No,
right?
Hamate.
Okay, something like that. Sore forearm, right? Like, whatever it is. It's like, we need to put him on the shelf. You don't bring up Password and Mangum starts.
Right.
This is one of those scenarios where, because Password is playing every day in Indianapolis, Mangum's job doesn't change. Password gets plugged in. And he's immediately the starter. Oblique, Miles says.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you leapfrog because you're a starter. And I think Justinson Garcia is a starter. And I'll say, like, as much as I've liked Nick York, and I think he can be a starter, he's a guy I'm willing to say, like, no, that's a good bench piece that's going to play a couple times a week. And that makes your team better. Where somebody like Justinson, I'm like, he's too young. He's looks too valuable. Like, I see this team. Ozuna's on a 1-year deal. Brandon Lau's on a 1-year deal. These 3 guys that we just talked about at second base, they're playing for 2027. God help us, we have a season. Justinson Garcia is doing the same thing because Ryan O'Hearn's a 2-year deal. But, like, you could look at O'Hearn and Reynolds and say one of Ian's is playing the outfield. The other's sliding to DH because Ozuna's gone. And Password's in there. And if he got that much better, you're still a really good team if those guys are good.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can just keep going. Now, I know, if Lau does approach 30 homers, that's going to be still an issue. But because you have those guys that can just get plugged in, now you can still, in the offseason, address third base again if that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Or if catcher doesn't happen, you address that. I can talk about catcher, Jake, because you talked last week about Andy Rodriguez is looking good. We don't talk about him. Rafi Flores at the end of the year. Last year, we liked his approach at the plate and what he could offer there. All of a sudden, you've got big depth at catcher. Now, I don't know if you necessarily want to carry 4 catchers on your 40-man, but in this scenario, they might.
Yeah.
Just because they've got guys. Esmeralyn Valdez hit that line drive triple in Clearwater and has looked good and hit the ball hard. And so there's another piece that's maybe just another level away. But you're starting to see that this team right now has some depth that you believe if they had to, I don't feel if something would be that bad that we'd have to bring up Esmeralyn Valdez and Tamar Johnson, I kind of feel like I'd be interested still. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. We wouldn't be like, oh, season's over. Season's
over. Bring up. And that's it's no disrespect to like Alika and Billy Cook, but like it does feel that way because those guys have been on the 40-man for a while. I'll just bring those guys up, plug it in. This season's a wash. Let's trade the 1-year deal, guys. Let's move on. Instead, you're going to bring up guys that have actual like promise.
Yeah.
Like I really like what I've seen. It's very early, guys. We know that. We're not stupid.
Yeah.
We've liked what we've seen. Anybody else to add to that?
Hitting wise?
Yeah. I mean, hitting wise, like this team is deeper than we thought it was going to be. We can withstand a couple injuries, Jake.
I'll tell you who, flip side of this a little bit. Horwitz needs to get moving. He needs to step up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's not hitting the ball very well at all. From what I've seen, I haven't looked at every scorecard, but doesn't seem like he's been.
I feel like he hasn't played all that much. 4 games. Yeah. I mean, still 308 on base.
Okay.
The average is low, but you know what I mean? So is Konnor Griffin.
Okay.
So, but he's, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's barely been anything. He's got 2 hits. One of them's a double. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. What I've seen from Horwitz is like, yeah, I'll take ground balls at second base. You want me to play third? I'll take ground balls at third base. Where you need me. You're starting to see that kind of attitude. Like the guys are getting hungry to win.
Mm-hmm.
And if it means that, maybe this is where you were going with that. If it means that Justinson Garcia has to be there and Horwitz can step in at third, so Hearn can come to first and we can get Garcia in the game, does that make the team better? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it makes the team better, I'll do it, basically. Is, you know what I mean? The attitude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see Spencer Horwitz at third base, but I'm just saying, like, you just never know.
Yeah. You like the attitudes like that, though.
Giga Mosher says, are we certain Joey Bart is a lock for this team right now, by the way? I would say unless Flores passes him up, which that, you know, like I said, I specifically brought up Flores last year because I haven't seen that much this year from him. He hasn't been one of the guys that I've been super excited about. For Endy Rodriguez, to me, I don't think there's a way that he can ever make the opening day roster. I mean, this guy's missed a lot of baseball. I think he needs to go to AAA and he needs to get a bulk of baseball. There will be struggles because of that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but
well,
you know, results are results, and he's getting them right now
at the plate, though.
And if they're
maybe not behind the plate,
I mean,
right? We saw him jump up
one
and
ball
make.
Away.
Yeah, but he's only thrown one other ball. It's 50-50 right now.
It's
That's
fine.
not a good
I'm
ratio.
not worried about it. I'm not worried about that at all.
I mean, the only reason I am is because that was the problem. He had Tommy John. Like, that's the thing I'm most worried about. I'm not worried about the bat as much as I am the arm as far as playing a bulk of games.
Yeah, I don't know. I could still see Joey Bart being dealt.
Yes. And if Bart's dealt, then now you have a competition.
That's where I see Endy having a shot.
Yeah. Martin, I'm not sure what you mean by some of these guys will be traded. I don't know. I mean, like,
hey, that's interesting. That's interesting.
When? What are we doing?
So, I mean, if you got guys just absolutely lighting the world on fire in AAA, there's a chance you could trade one of the 1-year deal guys and bring a guy up and still not be hurting.
If they stink.
No, even if we're fine. If you think you're going to plug in somebody else and it's going to be the same, you could trade somebody, get something for them, and still have somebody to plug in, and you're going to be fine. Like if Justinson Garcia, if no one's hurt, Justinson Garcia is just lighting the world on fire, and you could trade Brandon Lau and move some pieces around so that he can start. I don't know.
If Brandon Lau has the potential to hit 30 home runs, I don't see how that would be.
I'm not for it, but I'm not necessarily against it either.
And you're not going to get much for him because you're talking about a rental player. You know what I'm saying? Like for a couple months for a team. And I think your best foot forward. If you're out of it, yes, I'm 100% with you.
I don't think this team's going to be out of it.
But I'm saying if something happens and they have a terrible skid and they actually fall away, then yes, I could see people being dealt. But that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why you would trade, and you don't want to trade from depth either. Like, that's the problem.
Right.
Like, that we did that this offseason with pitching, and we got really close to regretting it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a scenario where you regret the Burrows trade, but 4 years from now, we are going to talk about it. Because that dude's going to be very good, as we've always thought that. But and when Brandon Lau's gone for a couple years, and we look back and say, man, he's not even here anymore. But if this team makes the postseason and he hits 25 to 30 home runs, that was worth it. You have to put your chips in. And you have to figure something out when you do have depth at your pitching. Dealing away too was risky, but it seems like Dotel's really impressed me too. Antoine Kelly's looking all right. You know what I mean? Like, we're looking like in a couple of years, we're going to have some other guys stepping right in anyway.
Yeah.
So I feel like the depth is still there. Like, again, not the worst thing if Dotel has to make a run of starts this year.
Right.
It's really not. And Barco looked good today. We've seen some things from Harrington in the past. If he can get that stuff back, I'm definitely not worried about throwing him. So I think there's options. I really like Carmen Majinski in the addition of the splitter. I guess we're kind of stealing a little bit of what I was going to say about pitching, but the splitter's a big pitch for him. For me, when you get that third plus pitch, if it works really well, I don't hate Majinski in a starting role. I still prefer him in the bullpen, but first and foremost, you got to get your rotation in there. And if he gives us like valuable starts this summer, it's going to help. And when you have him right now and you have the ability to be able to do something like that, like, I don't hate it, but I'm not trading any of those guys who are close. We've done too much for that by now.
Yeah.
If I'm trading somebody, then you're asking me about Tony Blanco. You're asking me about, it depends on who you're bringing in. And I don't know what you're trying to get. Like, if it's like a big time third baseman and it's got to cost a lot, now you're asking for Seth Hernandez, which is also, you're asking for Florentino. I don't want to do that either, but like, you're starting to think about that. But I'm moving somebody that's further away. I don't know if Florentino's on that list for me. Like, I don't think so. But all I'm saying is, like, you're asking for guys like that who are further away. You want pitching? Then let's talk about Xander Meath. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about these guys that are right here. We're just not doing it anymore. And there's going to be other guys that step up and start to turn heads. We've seen that. Our pitching development has been very good. I don't know why we wouldn't start to learn new names of new pitchers that are going to be really good. Like, that's going to continue to happen. So I don't know why we don't have, this is a year we're pushing. We're not trading anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it's Joey Bart. Because we have 4 catchers on our 40 man.
Right.
And that's typically not something you have to do. And we have some catching depth that's not on our 40 man too. So we can absorb some of that too. Like, wouldn't be, like I said, wouldn't be the worst if you had to bring up a couple of these guys, or, one of a couple of these guys, just to say, like, listen, we got no other option. We need a backup catcher. Sean Ross, we got to call you up. You know what I mean? It's not ideal, but they could do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing that I'm questioning is, I've had some other people, say stuff like that. And I don't like that idea. I don't like that. I want to push for this. I need depth. If I have an injury, I better not have traded away the guy that I want to play for us.
Yeah.
Or trade away the guy and moved the guy up, and then he gets hurt. Now, what did I just do? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not doing that on
fair.
a year. I'm trying to push. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. I like this team. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if they'll get to their ceiling. I don't know what their ceiling is. This is in our predictions episode. I don't know what we think they're going to do. And then, like, the mid, whatever, but like, whatever that is, I think if they do it, if they win more games than they lose, it's still going to be a fun summer. whether they make the postseason or not, like we're going to have fun because we're going to be in it. We're going to be interested in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to be pushing for it at least.
Right. We're going to be in that conversation. Do you got anything else? Pitching, I'm looking at the time here. We went at 8, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, we were going to talk about 8, but I tell you what, let's punt this to next week maybe and see what we learn. But our eyebrows are a little bit raised at Bubba Chandler or no?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. I'm not panicking yet. This is 2 starts.
I'm not panicking, but
You're just raising the eyebrows?
Starting to pay attention.
Okay.
To see what happens next.
3 innings so far, 6 runs, 7 walks, 4 strikeouts. And I will just throw this out there, and we won't go deep into it here, but I'll throw this out there. Saturday, 19 pitches in the zone, 25 outside of the zone. If you're checking my math there, that's 44 pitches. The box score says 45. The data doesn't have that other pitch. Same thing Monday, 9 in the zone, 22 outside of the zone. That's 31. Box score says 35. There's 4 missing pitches. I can't talk about those. But from what we have available to us, Jake, we're looking at like a 37% in the zone. Now, there are more strikes if you look up strikes because he's still getting chases. Yeah. There are more strikes, but I'm not even looking for called strikes. I looked for pitches in the zone. So if they could have even been a pitch in the zone that was called a ball, nobody challenged. But the point is pitches in the zone is only 37%. And so if you have patient hitters, they're just going to wait you out. Patient teams are going to wait you out and make you come into the zone. And if you're not, then you're going to get hit when you do.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to struggle.
And you're going to have grunters on when you do.
Yeah.
Because you're going to walk them. It's 2 games. It's 3 innings. So I'm not at all. I have to see it. I have to see it again. And even then, I believe in the talent. If maybe he's not fresh when the season starts, he'll get there. I believe he'll get there. I don't know why I was trying to get there, but either way.
Yeah, definitely not panicking, but I'm watching.
We'll talk about it a little bit next week. Let's watch Bubba and Urquidy pitch again, as we didn't bring up Urquidy, but Miles says wants to hear Jake. So Jake specifically watch Bubba and Urquidy this week. Next week, we will be in Houston live from the Airbnb. I don't know what that's going to look like. I imagine it's going to be fun, but we're going to try the whole setup. I got all my stuff behind me. Look at this mess. I've got this all stuff laid out that I need to take with me to make sure that we can do this show on the road. We've got some new toys here and everything to try to do. So, trying to make sure that we're doing this thing the right way.
Maybe
and then,
we'll have some guest appearances.
We probably will. At least we'll have a live studio audience, right? Cheers is filmed before a live studio audience. Too many Cheers stuff for me. I know. Anyway, not enough. You're right. So anyway, that's what we're excited about. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we get to see Skeens pitch on our 3 games there. Hopefully he pitches Friday. And that way we get Skeens, Scooble, and then we get to do the show after watching that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be all pumped up and patriotic and all those things, apparently. I've been told I'm going to be shirtless, and I don't think that any of that's going to happen, but that's what they're telling me. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the atmosphere. I'm excited for everything. But it's going to be a blast, but we will still do the show next week. 7 PM is the plan. Let's do it. Appreciate you guys. Let's play some music. Let's get out of here. Fun time. This team might be good this year, guys. They just might be good.
Yeah. I love it.
Let's go, Bucks.
Let's go, Pirates!
Thanks for listening to my dad and Uncle Jake on the Bridge to Buctober podcast. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Bridge2Buctober. Don't forget to subscribe so you know when new episodes are released. Clear the deck, cannonball coming, and let's go Bucks!